Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Tuesday, July the 26th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Let's get to how Wall Street finished mostly unchanged there after a seesaw overnight session as investors anxiously await Wednesday's Fed rate hike. The tech and consumer discretionary sectors leading declines there in the S&P. Stocks, specifically Walmart shares, closing lower after it cut its profit forecast as surging inflation prompts shoppers to cut back on higher margin items. Consumers instead stocking up on essentials as they contend with increased prices for fuel, food and other staples. Meanwhile, Newmont has raised its annual cost forecast and warned that inflationary pressures will persist into next year after its second quarter profit missed the street estimates, sending the world's biggest gold miner shares down around 12%. Now, this week is expected to be the busiest of the second quarter reporting period, with results from around 170 large cap companies. Microsoft and Google parent Alphabet will report tonight, while Apple and Amazon are set for Thursday. Well, Russia will further cut gas supplies to Europe, with energy giant Gazprom indicating gas flows to Germany through the Nord Stream 1 pipeline will fall to half of current flows, which are already only 40% of normal capacity. In US economic data, the Chicago Federal Reserve National Activity Index was steady at negative 0.19 in June, despite forecasts of an improvement. And the Dallas Fed Reserve Manufacturing Index fell to its weakest level since May 2020, with manufacturers expecting worsening activity. Futures contracts tied to the Fed Reserve's policy rate shows that US interest rates will peak in January next year, with the implied Fed funds rate climbing to 3.395% by January and then declining. The current Fed funds rate is at 1.58%. US Treasury yields were higher, the 10-year rising to 2.81% and the 2 just over 3%. Major currencies were mixed against the US dollar, the Aussie currently sitting at 69.1 US cents. Well, the local share market is set to open higher this morning. ASX futures currently up just over 1/3%. Global oil prices rose on supply concerns from Russia and Libya, on top of a slightly weaker dollar. Brent crude up around 2% to $105 a barrel. Base metal prices were mostly lower, although copper and nickel both rose marginally, and the gold futures price fell by 0.5%. And Bitcoin, it fell below $22,000 US. And that is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.